How's it going everyone? Chris here with another Black Ops class recommendation. This time we're going to take a look at the class that I've put together named Ghostbuster. Now this class is designed to help you fight against ghost campers and corner campers, or ghost corner campers. We've got an epidemic in Black Ops of people sitting in corners and just waiting for people to come by. It really slows down the game, and combined with the ghost perk, it can really ruin it in some cases where if you're dumped into a lobby where the majority of the team, the opposite team or the other players are just sitting in corners with the ghost perk, it makes the game drag on and usually goes to the time limit. So this class is aimed to help you fight against that. It's also going to help you detect and flush out building squatters. There's always at least one person just finding a little room in a building and staying in there the whole match. And all in all, just to be able to win gunfights against defensive players. Obviously those who are waiting for people to come by, they're all ready and aiming at a doorway or a choke point. So first up, let's take a look at the weapons and attachments we're going to use for this Ghostbuster class. Now, to be able to win gunfights against defensive players and people who are camping in rooms, in buildings, or just waiting for people to come by, we need a weapon that's going to allow us to move pretty fast. We want to storm into the building and take them out. We also need to be able to raise and aim the weapon pretty quick after sprinting, and we also need a pretty fast fire rate in order to take them out as quick as possible. So the best weapon for the job is the MPL submachine gun. Obviously the submachine guns have the quickest run speed of the character, unlike the assault rifles and LMGs. The character moves very slowly. Likewise with the aiming speeds, the submachine guns are the fastest, and some of the submachine guns like the MPL have the fast 937.5 fire rate, but we can bump this up to the fastest fire rate in the game with the help of rapid fire. So it can really help take people out within a split second. So even if they're waiting for you to come through the door, they open fire. You can sometimes, most of the time, especially with the help of flash grenades, take them out even after they've started firing at you, if you're aiming pretty good. So for our secondary, we want to keep a weapon handy just as a backup. If we know there's someone in a room, we can fire a rocket propelled grenade in there just to hopefully blow the brains out. So the M72 Law is probably the best all-round launcher. It gives you one shot per life, but this launcher can both lock onto enemy aircraft, so if anyone's got a helicopter or counter spy plane, you can take the thing out, as well as being able to free fire it and take people out from afar. So let's take a look at equipment and grenades. The lethal grenade for this Ghostbuster class will be the Frag Grenade. The main advantage of the Frag Grenade over the Semtex is that you can cook the grenade. So if you know there's someone camping in a building, all you have to do is stand outside, cook your grenade for a few seconds, then throw it through the window, and it'll blow the face off before they even know it's arrived. Otherwise, for the tactical grenade, we've got the flashbang grenade. Now, the flashbang does take a slightly longer time to throw, but the blast radius and the actual effect it has on the enemy is a lot more. So what we need to do is toss a flashbang into a room before entering it, and we'll see immediately if there's anyone squatting in the corner. It'll then allow us just to storm in and take them out without any risk of return fire. So this class being named Ghostbusters is not only a class to fight against corner campers and building squatters, but we also want to fight against ghost users. Obviously they don't appear on the radar, so it can be very tricky to find them. All we have to do is equip the motion sensor, so if the ghost user isn't running hacker, which the majority of ghost users don't tend to, I think it's usually ghost plus ninja, then the motion sensor can really help us out, because you can plant the thing near a typical camping spot or nearby. Even if it's outside a building, the radius can often track people from inside, and then we can see exactly where they're sitting. So let's take a look at some perks for this Ghostbuster class. Obviously one of the choices we have is to fight fire with fire and equip Ghost, but we don't want to do that. If you're one of those guys who's sick of seeing Ghost on pretty much every player's class in the lobby, then we want to run something different, and the best by far is the Flak Jacket perk. Now the main advantage of the Flak Jacket is that the majority of the time these campers who are squatting in buildings will often have a claymore at the top of the stairway, so the Flak Jacket can just help you storm past that claymore without taking any death from it, and continue to storm through and take the camper out. So second up, because we've got that submachine gun with the fast fire rates, we're going to exhaust the magazine pretty quickly. Although the MPL is the submachine gun with the highest magazine size, the Sleight of Hand perk will speed up the time it takes to reload, and it'll decrease that time to aim down sights just for that added advantage. Now, one of the main perks you consider when setting up any anti-ghost or Ghostbuster class is the hacker perk. So we associate ghost campers and corner campers with equipment like claymores and motion sensors, but oftentimes, although that tactic is pretty popular, sitting next to the motion sensor or claymore, there's quite a few players who don't run them. Plus, because we've already got the perk of Flak Jacket set up, we don't need to be informed too much of claymores from a defensive point of view. So the best perk to choose for slot 3 is the perk Ninja. So other than the main disadvantage of the ghost user being able to see where we are, or see where we're coming from with their radar, because we're obviously not using ghost, the other disadvantage is that it can hear us coming. Often with the materials inside buildings like stairs and the ground materials like snow, it makes footsteps very prominent, so anyone camping in a building will know when someone's coming. So the Ninja perk is probably the best perk for an anti-ghost class, because it makes your footsteps silent and you can hear the enemy footsteps louder with the pro version. So you can easily sneak up on those guys too busy looking out the windows, and you can stab them in the back or take them out with a quick bit of gunfire. So finally, let's take a look at the Killstreak rewards for this Ghostbuster class. Now obviously with any lobby full of ghost users, the spy plane becomes pretty useless. Obviously no one will appear on the map, and often any typical game you'll see when you've called in a spy plane, if you bring up the start menu, you'll only see 1 or 2 dots on the screen, and that's because the rest of the team is using ghost. Now the best Killstreaks for a counter ghost class is the counter spy plane. Obviously you want to retaliate by not appearing on their radar, so the best way to do that is to run the counter spy plane. It'll just disrupt their radar after just 4 kills. Otherwise, the best way to say exactly where those ghost campers are is to run the SR-71 Blackbird. It's an 8 kill streak, but once you get it shows the position and direction of each character, so it makes it so much easier just to storm into a building, and you'll know exactly where the player is. And similarly, because ghost users don't show up against kill streaks like attack helicopters, chopper gunners, we want to use a kill streak that'll be able to sniff out and take out anyone camping in a corner or the upper level of a building. And the attack dogs are the best perk for that. Although they are an 11 kill streak, they do cause some real havoc once you do acquire them. So there we have the Ghostbuster class. Happy ghost hunting. Just remember, don't cross the streams. So happy ghost hunting. Let me know your thoughts on it. Let me know if you managed to retaliate against those pesky ghost users and corner campers and get your own back. Drop me a thumbs up on this video if you enjoyed it or learnt anything new. It'd be really appreciated. It helps share the video and the information with others, and just give me a little bit more widespread exposure. Subscribe if you want to stick around for more of these class setup recommendations. We've got lots of fun classes as well as useful class setups for improving your everyday gaming. So thanks for watching, and I'll catch you all later.